The first transmissions from EOS Prime were screams, then static. It was supposed to be a celebration day, the centennial of the first human colony beyond Sol's frontier. Over 2 million souls lived beneath twin suns, cities of glass and marble stretching across golden plains. Children played beneath banners reading, "From Earth Ever Forward." Then came the Valari. No declaration. No warning, just light, terrible searing light. Orbital satellites caught the silhouettes of their warships descending like daggers. Plasma lances rained down, boiling oceans, turning continents to molten scars. The Valari were a species of art and cruelty. They burned the colony with precision, savoring the spectacle. One of their admirals, High Talek Vor, spoke to the galactic media afterwards. His voice was silken venom. The Terrans spread like vermin. They forget their place. We remind them. He raised a crystal chalice filled with human blood, taken from the colony's survivors before they were executed for entertainment. The cameras lingered on the crowd of alien dignitaries, applauding. The Valari fleet drifted above EOS Prime's corpse, its ruins glowing like dying coals. The humans who escaped, a few thousand refugees, told their stories on open channels, begging for aid. The galaxy turned away, and the Valari laughed. Humanity is sentimental, they said. They'll mourn, they'll weep, and then they'll fade, as all soft species do. 2. The mockery of the stars, the Galactic Council convened a week later. In shimmering halls orbiting the neutral world of Kar-Noth, alien envoys spoke of containment and stability. The Valari representative, sleek in obsidian armor, addressed them with casual arrogance. Humans breed chaos. They believe themselves eternal, yet they crumble at the first true fire. EOS Prime was mercy, a pruning of a dangerous weed. No one objected. The Council passed a motion forbidding any retaliatory act by Earth, to preserve interstellar peace. On the human channels, Earth's representatives stood silent, faces cold. They thanked the Council for its concern. They bowed. They logged off. The Valari took that as submission. They mocked us on open frequencies, posting broadcasts of human cities burning, calling us the fading flame. They spoke of how Earth's armies were primitive, its fleets dusty relics from a desperate age. They taught our history in alien academies as a cautionary tale of hubris. And across the stars, humanity was quiet. The colonies lit candles for the dead. The Earth went dark on all diplomatic channels. No threats, no outrage, no war drums, only silence. 30. The silence. Before the Inferno, the silence lasted 3 years. The Valari took that as fear. They expanded, seizing human trade routes, enslaving survivors, raiding outer colonies for technology and resources. When no retaliation came, they began to mock us in their art. Operas depicting Earth burning, statues of Valari warriors standing over kneeling humans. They thought we had faded. They were wrong, because silence is not surrender. It is preparation. In the deep void, far from any known star, something stirred. The human fleets, the Terran vanguard, had vanished. After the fall of EOS Prime, the Valari assumed they were destroyed. They weren't. They were rebuilding, in shipyards, hidden within the dark halos of neutron stars. Earth-forged monsters of war, ships built not for defense, but for vengeance. The indomitable class dreadnoughts were unlike anything the galaxy had seen. Kilometers long, hulls layered with adaptive armor, singularity cores for power. Their guns could tear moons apart. Commanders trained in silence. Communications encrypted in quantum loops. Every soldier memorized a single directive. Remember EOS Prime. When the signal finally came, 3 words, transmitted across every secure channel. Every human vessel turned toward Valari space. Ignite the stars. 4. The day the sky went dark, the Valari homeworld, Karsus Phi, glittered beneath its sapphire sky. Its orbit was crowded with pleasure stations, its moons heavy with noble estates. Then, one by one, the stars vanished. At first, they thought it was an eclipse. Then their sensors went blind. And then, they saw them. Human ships. Thousands of them. Silent, black, their hulls reflecting no light. The Terran vanguard had arrived. No warning. No negotiation. No declaration. The first salvo came from TSV Vengeance, flagship of Admiral Mara Kepler. A single kinetic lance, the size of a skyscraper, struck the Valari orbital ring. The explosion shattered half their defense grid before the sound could even reach the ground. Seconds later, the human fleet unleashed fire. Not lasers. Not plasma. Fire. Columns of atmosphere. Igniting accelerant tore through the upper layers of Karsasfi's sky, turning clouds into oceans of flame. The Valari screamed through broken channels as their proud towers melted. Every attempt to communicate was met with one cold transmission, broadcast on all frequencies, human and alien alike. This is Earth's answer. Valari fleets scrambled to defend their worlds, but their ships, beautiful, ornate, delicate, were made for parade, not endurance. The indomitable dreadnoughts cut through them like razors through silk. Admiral Kepler's voice echoed across the void. "You burned our children's world. We burn your stars." And she meant it. The human fleet targeted their suns, using gravitic warheads to collapse them into hungry singularities. Systems went dark. Worlds froze. Others burned. The Valari Empire, once the jewel of the galactic core, became a tomb of ash and silent screams. The wrath beyond measure. The retaliation did not stop at the Valari homeworld. Humanity's rage had no borders. For every colony they destroyed, we erased 10 of their worlds. For every civilian they slaughtered, we turned a fleet to dust. The galaxy watched in horror as Terran fleets moved with mechanical precision. No looting, no conquest, no speeches, just annihilation. Entire systems blinked off the galactic map. A single Valari broadcast managed to escape the inferno. A trembling officer pleading for mercy. The message was intercepted, translated, and replayed by human comms for every alien civilization to hear. "We surrender." "Please," then came the reply. A calm human voice. EOS Prime did not get that choice. Transmission ended. The Valari vanished within a month. Their empire reduced to drifting wrecks and silent dust. And yet, even after their destruction, the human fleets did not stop moving. They crossed borders. They entered council space, not to conquer, but to warn. Every species that had mocked Earth, that had turned away from the cries of EOS Prime, received the same message, burned into their networks, etched into the void. You thought humanity would fade. You were wrong. 6. The echo of retribution. The Galactic Council convened again, or what was left of it. Entire sectors refused to attend. Others sent holograms instead of envoys, afraid that proximity to humans might mark them next. Earth's representative appeared last, a scarred admiral in dark uniform. Behind her, the shadow of the Terran flag flickered in silent flame. She spoke only once. "We asked for peace. You gave us silence. We asked for justice. You called us weak. Now we ask for nothing." She turned off her transmitter. And every alien delegate felt a chill. The kind that comes when you realize the monster you mocked has learned to hunt. After that day, no one approached Earth uninvited. No fleet crossed Terran space. No slaver touched a human colony again. The stars themselves seemed to dim when Terran ships passed. 7th. The burn that would not die. Years passed. The war was over, but the echoes remained. Valari ruins drifted in the void, black glass monuments to arrogance. Their name became a whisper used to frighten children across the galaxy. And yet, among humans, there was no celebration, no joy, only remembrance. On the anniversary of EOS Prime, the lights of Earth dimmed. Across every station, every colony, every ship, a single beacon burned, crimson, bright, unwavering, the eternal flame. A reminder of what happens when the galaxy forgets that humanity endures. Because we are not a species of conquerors. We are survivors. And when survival is threatened, when our blood is spilled, we become something more. Not soldiers. Not Avengers legends. Fate. The whispered fear generations later, young alien cadets still studied the Terran retaliation as a warning. Their instructors showed them recordings. Fleets that blotted out suns. Dreadnoughts that cracked worlds open. The last screams of the Valari High Command. And always, the lesson was the same. Never provoke Earth. The humans had returned to silence. The same silence that came before the inferno. Trade resumed. Diplomats spoke softly again. But no one truly forgot. Every alien commander who glimpsed a Terran ship in the void felt that ancient dread. The knowledge that the quiet ones can burn brightest when pushed. In the archives of a distant world, an alien scholar once wrote, "They thought humanity would fade. They mistook patience for weakness. They mistook mercy for surrender. But the fire of Earth does not die. It waits. It remembers. And when it burns eternal." 9. Epilogue. The flame beyond the stars centuries after the fall of the Valari. Explorers from the Orion Arm discovered something at the edge of the void. A massive artificial star, burning with impossible intensity. Its light was steady, pure, and ancient. At its base, etched into a titanium ring visible even from orbit, were words written in every major galactic language. Here lies the memory of Eos Prime. We are humanity. We do not fade. We burn eternal. No one knows who built it. Some say it was the last act of the Terran vanguard before disbanding. Others claim it burns on its own, fueled by the will of those who perished. Whatever the truth, travelers who pass near it speak of the same thing. A whisper through the static, like a voice carried by the stars themselves. Do not test the flame. Because in the heart of every human, in every heartbeat of the species that refused to die, there is still that. Ember small, quiet, waiting for mercy if shown, for fire if challenged. They thought humanity would fade, but we burned eternal.